Damien Blackburn, I'm the CEO of GTT. I've been here for 6 weeks and finding it a fascinating experience.
Hi, my name is Orson Ferguson and I've been with GTT for the past 4 years. Over those 4 years I've had 3 roles, VP for Customer Experience, most recently Chief Marketing Officer, and now as Chief Operations Officer with responsibility for business solutions.
I'm Bobita Ram, General Manager for MMG. Been with the MMG group for about a year and a half, having spent about 20 years in the electronics payment industry.
So I'm Yashwar Sean Thakardin. Been with GTT for about 8 years now. My current role is COO for Home and Fixed. But I've been around GTT in a number of other lead roles, including business solutions, commercial, indirect sales, and originally I was on the team for mobile money as well.
We're here today to talk about telecommunication and business development in Guyana. If we can start with Mr. Blackburn. As CEO, what is your expectation, or what can we expect from GTT when it comes to this company assisting businesses with their development?
So the government set a very clear vision for ICT and telecommunications in the country, and that is to deliver 21st century ICT. For businesses, it's even more important in order that they stay ahead of the competition, both competition here in Guyana, and of course it's a global market nowadays, competition everywhere in the world. So it's very important that we play our part in delivering the government vision for 21st century ICT. For businesses, it's even more critical, and we intend to play our full part.
You've been here for 6 weeks. What are some of the challenges you have noticed and the areas you believe need to be improved on?
So there's a lot of good things happening here. I've been reviewing what the company's done, in particular in the last year or the last nine months since the government's announcement last October about the telecommunications sector. And there's a vast improvement been happening in many areas for all customers, fixed customers, mobile customers, business customers. And really I'm here to build on that solid foundation. There's still more to do. Some of the challenges we have, which I won't duck from, are the lines are too long in the store to pay your bill. There's frustration around billing because we're still mailing bills to certain customers and it takes a long time, and then it's not clear what the balance is by the time they get the bill. These kind of things. Ringing us, calling us has been a challenge through the COVID-19 pandemic period. Every telecoms company in the world is struggling with the demands of people calling, because more people are staying at home, so they call the call center rather than walk to the stores. And also everybody, a lot of people are now working from home, so that's put severe demands on our network, which we've had to keep up with. So these are the challenges we're tackling. I announced last week we're putting 40 people to work in the call center. 20 of those people started this Monday in training. It takes about 4 weeks to train a call center agent, and so there's an immediate action I've taken to address challenges. We're looking hard at how we do billing. We've launched WhatsApp billing in the last few days, and you'll hear a lot from us about that in the next few months. I really see a vision where everybody in Guyana is using WhatsApp. I haven't met anybody in Guyana not on WhatsApp yet, and what a great way to get your bill. I've used it myself. You can be invited in, and then you opt into it, and your bill just arrives instantly, and to me that's a real revolution. So, the team have done a great job with that. So these are the kind of things we're looking at.
If we can talk competition-wise, how has GTT been keeping up in the market?
Firstly, competition's a great thing. Every other market I've been a telco CEO in or an executive in, competition's been a feature of the market. I've generally actually played the role of leading the challengers. There's a few different markets we operate here in GTT. People sometimes don't understand that. Certain markets we have a good market position. Other markets we're the challenger as well. Mobile is a good example. We are the challenger network. So we aim to play all the different roles we need to well. Competition's healthy here. I can see good competition on mobile and on the fixed networks now. Competition makes everybody better, so I have no issue with competition. I think it will make us better and is making us better, and going forward it will encourage us to do the things we need to do. But at the heart of what we're doing really is not worrying about the competition. We're worrying about the GTT customer, and we're focusing very much on what they need. We're in listening mode at the moment. We're listening to the things that are a challenge for them in dealing with us, and we've got plans in place, and we're prioritising those things to put right as fast as possible. Once we've got those things right, then we can start talking more about our plans and our vision. We do have some very, very good plans. We're investing money right now in both our fixed and mobile networks, and we'll announce more about that. But the first thing really we've got to do is listen and then put right the things that are a challenge to customers, and that's what we intend to do in weeks, not months or years.
Last year, many persons in Guyana were told that we need to stay home because of COVID-19. Out of that, we've seen lots of small businesses popping up all across the country. What has been the demand like for GTT in terms of service provision?
So we've seen a heavy spike in demands for broadband, especially at home, right? And I think, as Damien alluded to just now, we're seeing an increase in broadband demand, but a heavy broadband demand, especially from home. And the reason for that is a lot of people are working from home. Some of the small businesses continue to operate, but operate a little bit in the office and a little bit at home. Some of the operations can support that. So we've seen a significant growth in the home side of the operations for broadband. And we've continued to meet that demand. Our Biz Fiber service is the one that caters to the businesses. On the residential side, we offer the Blaze service. So we've seen demanding growth, and we've also seen not just the demand for more services, but the performance of those services. To better combat that demand for better quality and better reach inside the home, we've actually introduced something called Wi-Fi Mesh. I don't know if you've heard of it. What it does is basically boost the signal throughout the home, so that you have different pockets of your home. You know, if you're like me and you're working at home, you have a spouse working from home, you have a child studying from home, everybody's in a different corner of the house, and everybody needs proper signal, right? Because you're on video calls, you're on Zoom, you're in Google Classroom, and the Zoom service actually boosts the signal to different parts of the home, so you get consistent, reliable service no matter where you are in your house. We've introduced that last year, and we've seen a massive growth. I think we've had so far well over 1,000 customers who've signed up for it. Largely people, small businesses and other folks who are working from home. On the business demand itself, there were some challenges last year because many, as you know, a lot of the small businesses had to close during different periods. You know, quarantine, there were mandatory shutdowns. Only essential businesses were allowed to operate. So around May and June, we actually saw a total decline. Many of the businesses asked that we suspend their business lines in trade-off for their homes. We facilitated that at no charge, of course, because we understood what was going on. For larger corporate customers, you know, many of them asked that we reduce the speeds that they were getting because there was no need for it anymore. Again, we facilitated that because we understand what's at stake. As we lifted out of COVID around June, July, August, we started to see the demand increase again. A lot of businesses going back to the office now. If they didn't have our fiber services, they asked for it because they wanted to move from DSL over to fiber because of the resiliency, because of the better quality and stability that they're now accustomed to at home, and they need that in the office. So towards the end of the year, we did see a pickup of the demand for small businesses, especially going back into the office, and now having greater demands on the internet to run their business, to send quotes, to respond to emails, to browse various groups to see how other countries and other businesses are coping with COVID, what are they doing to boost sales. So I think towards the end of the year we did see that increase in demand, and that's kind of carried through into this year.
I know that in Guyana we have lots of home-based businesses.
Yep.
And some persons might believe that, well, I have internet, so I don't really need to upgrade to a business package. How important is it for the owners of home-based businesses to apply for a business package as opposed to running their businesses using a residential package?
Thank you for asking that. The quality of the service is always good on fiber, whether it's blaze service for your home or a business fiber for your business. What makes a difference though is that the business fiber service is specifically designed for businesses, small business, medium businesses, and even large businesses who just want to conduct day-to-day transactions on that line. One of the key things is you get expedited installation, so within a matter of days the service is installed. But more importantly, there's a service level agreement that comes with it, which guarantees that we will fix the problem within 2 days. And that is critical for any business operation. Downtime means lack of productivity, it means you're probably losing to the competition, you're losing clients, and it affects your customer scores as well. So a big part of what business fiber offers is that SLA, that if something goes wrong, you get expedited repair, expedited fix. Very soon you'll be hearing more about building out support for small businesses, even more than you have today. I know today they go through the call center and sometimes there might be a bottleneck there depending on what else is going on. And Orson is working with his team to flesh that out, so there's going to be better support, better responsiveness to small businesses, provided of course that they have a business package with us.
Can small businesses build their packages depending on what it is they're doing?
Sure, you want to take that one?
So the answer is yes. Businesses, small businesses especially, do have a lot of flexibility in terms of designing the packages that best suits them. But more importantly is that we are actually going to be going back to small businesses over the next weeks and hopefully a month or two, just to consult with them to understand what are their needs, and then we'll come back and build even better options for them. So in the next couple of, I would say definitely before the end of the year, we're going to start rolling out new packages and new options for businesses to be able to choose from to best suit their needs.
If we can talk about online payment, I know that has been a challenging Ghana for years. We've been encouraging persons to not use cash, but to sign up for online payments, and it has been a challenge, especially for small businesses. What system GTT has in place, or have in place, that can facilitate this kind of improvement?
Well, thank you very much. So as Urson said, in terms of our approach to small businesses, and the question you asked is how do they build their packages? So a lot of businesses, small and large, have historically built their offering to customers on the basis of their opening hours, their location of operations. You come in to us to access services or come in to us to make payments. MMG offers the solution for the businesses to literally diminish the need for customers to go into their locations to make payments. So for example, businesses that want to have their products online. Historically, the issue has been how do we get paid? And therefore, with an easy, I think within 2 to 3 days setup on the MMG platform, those businesses can start immediately to receive payments via the MMG service. We have merchants, we have billers. Added to that, we have options where businesses that need to make payments, not only receive, can do that using the MMG platform. And essentially what we've been doing is creating for businesses that are removing barriers for businesses in terms of how do I receive payments, when do I receive payments, where do I receive payments. All of that is literally eradicated once they're on the MMG platform.
What has been the demand for MMG as of last year, March?
Well, last year, March was quite interesting. For 7 odd years, MMG has been building, growing, providing safe and reliable payment services to Guyana. Then last year, March happened. And I think for most of us, we realized that what may have been for us a barrier to our making that decision to go electronic was removed. And we all realized that the payments are safe, they're reliable, they get there when they need to get there. You make a payment at MMG, you have your transaction ID, You get your receipt in two ways, a text message and by email, if we have your email address on file. And we encourage customers to ensure that we have their email addresses on file. And so more and more customers, we've seen a tremendous embracing of the MMG product, not only the individual customers, but businesses as well. Quite a lot of our business partners realize that, this is a change that worked very well for them. It kept them in business. It kept their business going, notwithstanding the challenges that we were all facing. And so we continue to build on that momentum.
How easy is it for one to sign up for MMG?
For a subscriber, Damien will tell you it was 5 minutes. 5-minute application process online. We also have options where customers can go into our agents. We have 320-something odd agents across the country and intending to build on that network. So a customer who doesn't have access to a computer or doesn't want to use the service themselves to sign up can go to any one of our agents and sign up. It's a very easy process. Like most financial services, there's a requirement for an ID and a proof of address. And we do work with our customers. We understand that proof of addresses vary. It goes from a utility bill to some other document that has your name and address on it. And we work with our customers to ensure that they can access the service easily. But it's a very easy process. For businesses, I would say maximum 2 to 3 days to complete the process, get all the paperwork in order, and actually train and activate you on the platform within 2 to 3 days maximum.
Applying for a business line, what are the requirements? And I'm asking this because I know that many persons in Guyana are renting, and the water bill, light bill may not be coming in their names. So what are the systems do you have in place to support verification in terms of an address?
So the requirements are we need a valid proof of ID, which is standard no matter where you go. We do need a proof of address, and the proof of address in most cases can be a utility bill. And I can understand that in certain circumstances, utility bill may be in somebody else's name because it's rented. Most times what we do is just use the lease agreement that you have with the landlord that says, this is the person who's using the premises, this is the address, and we would use that for the purpose of satisfying, whether you need a new line or whether you need a new service, or to change or transfer your service. So we're very flexible with that is concerned. And the reason is because our technicians also validate that you are at the premises when we get there, right? So there's no question about are you really located at this street address.
If I can ask, for small or for persons looking to get into business and are trying to get as much information in terms of service provision and the like, what would you say to them?
Most of the information, if not all of the information that a business would need to sign up for service, for example, or to understand about the service is available at our website. We've spent quite a bit of time over the past, couple of, I would say at least a year and a half, really building up the capability to service businesses online so that you don't have to call us during working hours or go to the store during working hours. You can just go to our website, research the different packages that are available to your business, and even apply online. I would also say that the application process is quite seamless online, whether you're applying for fiber products or just a regular landline. As long as you're in an area that is serviceable, right? You can go online, research the product, apply, and I would even say get support online. Most of those journeys are automated. So, you can apply online and by the next morning it's being processed, right? And in a lot of those instances, a human doesn't even touch those requests. They're applied, you apply online, and robotically those are processed, those account changes are made, and you get an email updating you that this has been done. In a lot of cases, within 24 hours, those requests are supported. So I would definitely encourage our business customers to try these services, just go to our website, gtt.co.gy, and get exposed to all of the services that we have offered available online.
I'd just like to say to everybody, well, firstly, thank you very much for taking the time to come and speak with us. We appreciate you allowing us to get our message out to our customers and our prospective customers. Last year we launched Together We Rise, and we deliberately picked those three words. Together speaks to community, we speaks to our customers, and Rise speaks to the country. And we've been working since I arrived here to develop our three promises that are going to underpin those words, basically. To the community first, the word together. We're going to strengthen our community. We're going to build on the great work that GTT's always done over the years, like Pinktober and the work we do in various community initiatives, and bring that further to life. To our customers, we promise we're going to be reliably connecting our customers. That's what we aspire to. We know we need to do this every day. We have 700 heroes here in GTT who work very hard every day to make that happen. We fall short sometimes. When we fall short, we're going to apologise. We know it's disruptive to people, and we're going to work hard to regain trust if that happens. But the vast majority of our customers are happy with the service they receive from the people I meet and the people I speak to. We just need to work harder to keep reliably connecting our customers. And then the third promise is to the country. We're going to play our part in innovating for all in the country. Not just a few, but for all in the country. And MMG is a good example where we've invested a lot of money over the years, including the recent relaunch in December. And MMG, we believe, is truly for all in the country. Everybody can use it. Lots and lots of people are now paying bills using MMG. And we see that the next part of the vision will start to come alight now that there's great trust in that brand. And for small businesses, who a lot of your audience are, this can be a real revolution. You can accept payments easily with MMG, and please get in touch with us if you want to be a merchant or an agent, and we'll facilitate that happening. I think it will make a huge difference to small businesses in Guyana.
Thank you very much for facilitating this interview.